first I want to talk about this hot topic. So our team found this story, and I'm trying to not let the rage come out in me because I just got very frustrated when I read this. Apparently, in Scotland, there is a report where Christian crosses are being removed from chapels during funeral services as not to be offensive to atheists and non-Christians. Oh, wow. What are your thoughts about this before I...
Well, you know, I was getting ready for the program, and I was thinking about it too. You know, we want to be respectful to people of other religions, absolutely. But you think about Scotland, John Knox, for those who are in church history, he started the Presbyterian Church of Scotland. Its roots and its history are there. And I mean, you can look at it one way and say, okay, I get it, I understand it, but there's also history there. And I know that Christians in Scotland, some of them are very upset about that.
And I think, you know, you mentioned the word respect. And I think, yes, we always want to respect other cultures and other faiths, but where is the respect for our culture and our faith? Well, and even if you put history aside, if you're walking into a Christian chapel, you would expect to see crosses. It's interesting because, you know, the Humanist Society of Scotland feels their beliefs are being left open to discrimination. The Church of Scotland has said in a statement for the funeral services should be welcoming to all people of faiths as well. And religion has been dramatically falling in Scotland. They say only nearly half of the population is declaring to be religious. So it's fascinating how I just see our culture moving further away from God. And it scares me.
It scares me too, because, you know, there's morality that's built into that, and, you know, the Judeo-Christian, you know, culture that we have. There's just some important things. Again, when we talk about respect, we certainly need that. Now, as a preacher, as a minister of the gospel, if somebody says, I want you to do my wedding, but we don't want any mention of God, or I want you to do my funeral, or our funeral for a loved one, but don't mention God, I said, well, maybe you get somebody else. But that's one of the reasons that this program is so important, because we want to continue to shine that light of Jesus across this nation as faith, the Christian faith especially, gets pushed into the corner.
Absolutely. I think you make a really good point. Maybe it's not hiding these crosses because the cross stands for Jesus and the sacrifice that he made for you and for me, but maybe it is tweaking the way that you mention Jesus or minister to people. I think there are different ways that we could handle this without throwing the baby with the bathwater.
And I think, you know, we see these swings. You know, some people get all militant about it. Others will just kind of cower. We have to find that, you know, middle ground.
Absolutely.
Never, as like the Apostle Paul told the Roman church, which was under a lot of pressure, that I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for it is, you know, it's the plan of salvation. It is how you get to the Father.